Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to 9 Years in China with old teacher Kenny. I took a week or so break from these videos. I've been busy with my photography, uh, but I was thinking last night a video that I just hadn't made, because people always want to know, how did you survive in China? It's a whole different other side of the world. Totally different lifestyle, totally different culture, totally. Um, and to tell the truth, at first, I'm a teacher, as you know. Uh, when I went there, but the only thing I knew about China was Bruce Lee and movies with Zhang Zi, like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and stuff like that. But I admired the culture, and that was a big attraction. But surviving in China, oh man, most of you will probably going over there to teach or maybe take a international job of some kind. The first thing when you get there, you got to make sure whoever is taking care of your accommodations, you make sure that you got what you need. That's the first key to survival, is speak up. Make sure your kitchen has the things in it that you need, and a rice cooker and a frying pan, microwave. You make sure your kitchen is equipped. Make sure your bedroom has fresh, you know, uh, sheets and all that kind of stuff. Don't buy anything that you don't have to buy at first, because you can easily spend a lot of money when you first get there, and you will, but not. But you'll be spending on other things that you need. The company that is taking care of you, you make sure they are taking care of you. That's first things first. Um, then you got to become adaptable, like food and shopping and things like that. Food especially, you can't live off fast food forever. For one, it's expensive, and unless you got a really high salary, uh, it can get expensive quick. So you need to have some kind of balance between eating out and eating in. Uh, when you eat in, you can still think of really quick meals. There's lots of things, and it still be very American style. Um, you can, in the grocery stores, you can buy little thin pork chops that cook up in just a few minutes. That and some rice can be really good. I'm a meat eater, meat and potato kind of guy. So I would come up with any kind of concoction that dealt with, eating some meat. And as long as I got potatoes or rice, I was okay. You vegetable lovers, you're going to go over there and you're going to experience a whole new world of vegetables. And the only way I can tell you to get acquainted with it is with your friends. I urge you probably to go out and eat hot pot. And whether you like the hot stuff or the mild soup, you can decide on that. But your friends will order a wide variety of meats and vegetables, and you can try the different kind of, Chinese cabbage or any of that kind of stuff. You can try it, and if you like it, just remember that and learn how they cook it. But you got to have a balance. Like I said, eating out can be really expensive, but there are other small places that you can eat pretty cheap. The very, very first thing you got to do is, as you go out and eat with your Chinese friends or whatever, remember the names and write down anything that you liked and how it was cooked. For me, when I found Hong Shao Rou, which is a braised pork dish, and Mei Cai Ko Rou, which is similar, Tong Su Li Ji, which is kind of a sweet and sour chicken kind of thing, I found things that I really, really liked. And I knew if I had them and some rice and whatnot, I knew I could make it there. And but the big restaurants are expensive, but you can find all kinds of things. The fast food places, if you eat KFC or Kentucky all the time, it can get really, really expensive. But often there are copycat restaurants also, which actually the fried chicken is just about as good as KFC. So you got to, as you walk the streets and learn your city, look at these places. Walk in, look at the menus. You know, that's part of the fun. Being in another world like that, another, you know, China, this whole other, totally different from, you know, America, or I'm sure England or any other place that you may be from. China is different, but China has a lot to offer, but you got to look for it. And as you're doing these things, also, I know your school or your workplace may say, oh, you don't need to learn Chinese, you know. Yeah, you do. Unless you're in Shanghai or Beijing where you have a lot of exposure or a lot more exposure to English, you need to learn some Chinese. And so I would get on the stick and learn basic sentences, basic words, here and there, you know, and all the simple stuff. Try to get good with simple stuff, because anything you're able to communicate will help you. Remember, usually the only people that really speak English are students and teachers. And when you're out walking the streets, most of these people have never been around anybody speaking English. So you need to learn, but you don't need a gigantic vocabulary. Even my vocabulary today is not huge, but I learned to do a lot with what I had. So learn Chinese, be adaptable, balance your meals. When you go to the grocery store, you can get, you know, all your eggs and milk. These days, you can get milk in the regular jug. You don't have to always buy milk in a little carton or whatever. So the big supermarkets have things. And find you some dishes that you can live with and eat daily, you know. Usually I cook something really fast. I fried up chicken strips or something like that in between classes. But usually a meal in the evening, I could cook up something, you know, in my rice cooker, and, you know, a combination of meat and potato and rice. And I did okay. So shopping, we've talked about shopping on my channel a little bit. Learn a little bit of Chinese, because if you shop on the street, they're going to try to get to you. So you need to know how to barter a little bit, or you need to know if they're getting to you. Know the exchange rate between Chinese yuan and the American dollar to know if you're paying too much for something. You know, you can figure it out pretty quick if they're trying to get to you, but you need to be able to stand up for yourself or go shopping with your friends at first. And your friends will help you order things from the internet. There are Taobao and Tmall, and some of those places have lots of things that we use here in America. You know, one of the things I always ordered online was every month or so I'd order like Kraft macaroni and cheese. You know, I'm a diehard, you know, macaroni eater, but in fish mix and some of these things that you can't find in the supermarket, because I like fried fish. So have your friends help you get things from the internet, and that way it just makes life so much simpler. But survival in China, it can be difficult if you're just on your own. If nobody's helping you, it can be really, really hard. You know, me, I was teaching in the colleges, so the students were my friends. We'd always go out and eat and go travel, walk around, take pictures and all kinds of stuff like that. And I learned to adapt really, really quick. And they would help me. They would kind of protect me a little bit as I was getting on the learning curve. But after a few years in China, I pretty much had no fear of anything. So, you know, one thing I'm going to tell you, develop a good attitude, be willing to meet people, try to talk to them. Even if you talk to them in a little Chinese, you'll be amazed how their doors will open up. And when you go to eat, the same way, learn the pronunciation, or find something that's got the picture so you can show them. You know, but just be adaptable and you'll make it okay in China. Don't try to fight everything. So anyhow, hope you learn a little bit. There's so many things I could talk to you about, and I don't even know where to begin. Maybe we'll do this in a particular segment sometime, and where I can just tell you about one thing. But anyhow, go over there and have a good time in China. Just learn how to speak a little bit, and remember what you like when you go out and eat, and write down the names of that. Just grow. Okay. But anyhow, you have a good day, and we'll talk to you soon about surviving in China. 9 years in China. Okay. So we'll see you later. Bye-bye.